Hi, and welcome to yoga. My name is Debbie, and I am going to take you through this practice for anybody who is dealing with an arm or shoulder injury today. So you can adapt any of these moves at all as you need to. I have frozen shoulder, so I can put weight on my arms, but I can't lift my arms over my head. So adapt for whatever your injury is. You will need blocks for this today. If you don't have blocks, grab some books or pillows or anything that's going to bring the ground up to you. Otherwise, we are going to begin standing at the top of the mat. So we're just going to ground down and get ourselves centered. So maybe close down the eyes or just let the gaze soften. Maybe mountain pose, and we'll just take 3 breaths in and out here just to ground onto the mat. Breathing in and out. Breath in, out. And once more, following your own breath. And if you had the eyes closed, you can blink them open. Make sure that we have our feet directly underneath our hips and our shoulders are directly over our hips. We are going to inhale, reach up. For me, I'm only lifting up with one arm. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lengthen, slide the hands up the shins. Nice flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, roll your way slowly up to standing. Reaching the arms up overhead. Hands down through the center of the heart. And we'll do that one twice more. So inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Pull the tummy in. Nice flat back. Exhale, fold. Then inhale, roll your way slowly up to standing. So if your arm is injured, you can still do this. You can either do this one-armed or you don't have to do the reaching up. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. This works just as well if your arms are down by your side. Inhale, halfway lift. And then exhale, fold. We're going to widen our feet as wide as a yoga mat. Or if you want to go wider, you can certainly face the other way on the mat. You can use the blocks here if you'd like, but basically we're just going to do a hanging forward fold. So cross the arms, opposite elbow. If the arms don't cross because of an injury, then just let them dangle. Keep your arm tucked in. Do whatever works for you. It's your body. You need to listen to what your body says. Just hanging out here for a moment, stretching out the hamstrings. And then we're going to grab our blocks. Just place them where you can reach them. We're going to heel toe our feet in. And what we're going to do is we're going to cross one foot in front of the other. And if you have an injured arm, you can just use one block. Again, just adapt anything so that it works for your body. And we're going to inhale to halfway lift, pulling the navel in. And then exhale, fold down over the legs. So this one is really going to get into the outer hip here, which for me is really stiff and sore today. And if this is your first practice of the day, like it is for me, then you might not be able to go as far as you would like to, and that's perfectly fine. You need to listen to your body and just do what works for you. Making sure you can take full deep belly breaths in and out. And then we're going to inhale, bending the knees, rolling up slowly. You can uncross the feet first if you want. And then we're just going to shake that out. Shake that off. We're going to take it to the other side. So this time I'm going to cross my feet before I fold over. Inhale to find length. Exhale, fold, rolling down slowly, one vertebrae at a time. You don't ever want to really go fast for any of these things. And then hands on blocks if needed. They can come up higher, they can go lower. You don't have to use blocks. Just for me, with my frozen shoulder, which is my arm injury, I don't have as much range of motion for length or lifting, as I mentioned, but I can still use my arm, so I am lucky that way. Taking on clothes, getting dressed, that is where my big struggle is. Breathing in and out. And you always want to make sure that you can take nice, full, deep belly breaths, because if you can't, then that means you've gone too far into the pose and you need to back off. One more breath in and out. And then we can uncross the feet, bend the knees, and slowly roll up. And we're just going to shimmy shake that one out a little bit. And then we're going to come into low lunge. So you can just bend the knees, grab your blocks, step back with one foot or the other. Heel toe that foot out so that your feet are on train tracks. I realized when I was teaching this, doing this with my husband one day, and he had his feet one in front of the other, so he was on one train track. Your feet are supposed to be on two train tracks, if you can picture train tracks. And if you don't want to stay up here, you can absolutely drop that back knee and uncurl the toes. Your choice. If you are lifted, let's drop that back knee, uncurl the toes, and we're going to send the hips back. So maybe walk that foot out a little bit and come up into our half splits. So you can inhale to find length and then exhale, fold over, feeling that nice stretch in the hamstring. And the more that I am practicing yoga with this injury, the more I'm realizing what my body is actually capable of. So it's kind of cool. And then we will come back through into our low lunge. And your choice here, you can either take it into tabletop and then bring the other foot forward, or if you're in your low lunge and you're lifted up high, you can take it into plank and then pull the other foot through. So your choice. And again, if you were lifted on the other side, stay lifted on this side first, finding length in the spine, letting those hips drop towards the earth, feeling that nice stretch through your hips. Nice long neck, so you're just sort of picking a point of focus just in front of your mat. You're not looking up at the sky or ceiling or down. Well, I guess you kind of maybe looking down the ground. Maybe it's a spot on your wall. And drop that back knee, uncurl the toes. And you don't have to use blocks for this one. It's just easier for me because, again, my arm does not reach as long as my right uninjured side does. So inhale, find length. Exhale, fold over. Getting back into those hips. Curling the toes towards the face. And then come back through into your low lunge. And then step that foot back. We're going to come to a kneeling position here. And what we're going to do is we're going to do a toe squat. So come up onto your fingertips, curl the toes under, and then make sure that your piggy toe is curled under too. And then we're just going to breathe in and out, trying to focus on anything else other than the toe squat. So for me, it's an absolutely gorgeous day here. The sun is shining, the breeze is blowing, which is a nice change because it has been quite cool here on Vancouver Island. We had a day where it was about 27 degrees, and then it just poof, dropped right back down to about 8 degrees. And then we've kind of been hovering around that 8 degrees in the morning to maybe 12 degrees in the afternoon to 8 degrees. And so today is the first day that it's been warm. And let's uncurl those toes, maybe sit back on them, stretch them out a little bit if that feels good to you. And we're going to find a seated position now. So walk your knees forward, cross the ankles, and then sit back on your bum. We're going to inhale to find length here, and then exhale, twist. And if you'd like to use your block so that you can reach the ground behind you here, absolutely feel free to do so. Inhale to find length. Exhale, maybe twist millimeters more. Inhale. And then exhale, take it through to center and to the other side. So the right hand on the left knee, left hand behind. Inhale to find length. And then exhale, twist. Inhaling and exhaling. Try and relax those shoulders down away from the ears. One more breath in. And exhale, come through to center. Now we're going to do a seated forward fold. So we're going to walk the hands out as far as is comfortable for you. And again, this is where the blocks can come in handy for you. So you can take your block, put it on its highest setting, middle setting, lowest setting. You don't have to use the blocks at all. And then just walk the hands forward and come down. As you can see, I'm really tight and stiff today, so I don't have a great range of motion. As I mentioned, this is my first class of the day, or my first movement on the mat today. Breathing in and out. And then inhale, lifting up and push back with your hands. Actually walk your hands in. Let your hands do the work for you. Don't rely on your spine to straighten you up. And we will cross the legs the other way. It might feel uncomfortable, and that's okay. Inhale to find length. Exhale, forward fold. Now, if I don't put my injured arm forward, I can go forward further. But again, it's not really the point of this pose. It's just feeling a nice stretch through the low back and listening to your body. And you might notice that one side feels different than the other, and you can go further down on one side than the other. And that's perfectly normal. Doesn't mean anything is wrong with you. The body is asymmetrical. It is not symmetrical. And then we will inhale and push our way back up to seated. Inhale, using those hands. Coming all the way back up. I'm going to turn and face the camera now. You don't have to move, but if you'd like to sit up on a block for this, we are going to end with some box breathing here. Not sure if you've ever done this one before. So just find a comfortable seat on your block, whatever that looks like to you. And if you'd like to close down the eyes here, you can. You can place your hands in your lap, on your knees, in your lap, wherever works for you. Closing the eyes. We're going to inhale for a count of 4. So breathing in, 2, 3, 4. Hold at the top, 2, 3, 4. And exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold at the bottom, 2, 3, 4. Breath in, 3, 4, hold. 3, 4, exhale. 3, 4, and hold. 3, 4. On your own now. Breath in. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Breath in. Hold. Breathe out. And hold. Last one completely on your own. Now we will go back to a normal breath rhythm. We'll take one final breath in, bringing the hands together at heart center, bowing the chin to the chest, thanking your body for taking you through this practice today. Namaste. Thank you so much for practicing this, doing this practice with me today. If you liked it, please give me a thumbs up. Also, if you haven't already, hit that subscription bell and the notification bell so that you know when my next video is ready for you to view. I am posting weekly on YouTube. I look forward to practicing with you again soon. Have a great day.